if they were giving him 45 for Charlo, you know what I mean, I'm with PBC too. You know, why do you think that they wanted to fight, give him Charlo first and then me next? You know, a lot of people, you see what Caleb Plant, if you see that, okay, people are gonna get at me at this saying Caleb Plant's bigger star than me, but, you know, he's a white fighter. You know, no disrespect to anybody white, but once Mexican fans see two Mexicans going at it, you know, I'm Mexican Ecuadorian, he's Mexican, I'm 25-0, 23 knockouts, you know, Canelo's Canelo. You know what I mean? That means for an exciting fighter. I think Mexican fans, they love to gravitate, or Latino fans, I'm not going to say Mexican, but Latino fans, because I'm both, they like to gravitate towards that. But I feel like me and Canelo would be a bigger fight than Canelo and Caleb Plant. How much did they sell?
I like 800,000, yeah.
I guarantee you me and Canelo will sell more.
I'd like to thank all the people that listened to the video and not look at the title and left a comment. That shows you're not as stupid as other people are on YT. I'd like to thank you for that. Mike Comacher reported a couple of days ago that Canelo rejected a $100 million offer from the PBC to face Charlo and Benavidez. And at this point, Canelo Alvarez realizes he can't win. If he fights this guy, he'd be ducking this guy. It doesn't matter. And Canelo and Benavidez is a fight I would love to see. It'll be a great fight. Out of the 4 opponents that are on the list, this is the one I like to see the most. But Benavidez has nothing to offer, and he has a crappy resume. And I believe him. He would sell more than Caleb Plant. But Canelo realizes that fight is not going anywhere. That Canelo is going for legacy. And I believe that Canelo wants to be undisputed at light heavyweight also. Besides, how Benavidez is struggling to make 168. He will be at 175 soon enough. But Canelo's trying to be undisputed at light heavyweight, and Bivol is the first step. Like I said a second ago, Benavidez and Canelo will be a great fight. But you know what else will be a great fight? Benavidez against Andrade. Charlo against Andrade. Benavidez against Bivol. There are plenty of good fights to make out there, but everybody wants the big payday. And black and brown boxing is right. Salute to the young brother. This is turning into the Canelo show instead of boxing. I think Canelo is a great fighter, but that's not the only fighter I want to see. I want to see Terence Crawford against Errol Spence. I wouldn't mind seeing a Caleb Plant against a Benavidez. I wouldn't mind seeing Benavidez against a Bivol. Everybody's waiting in line to be in a fight with Canelo. But the reality is, Canelo's not ducking anybody. The fighters are ducking each other because they're trying to preserve themselves for a Canelo payday. They're saying in 2022, we have to protect the O. So if Canelo signs to fight Bivol and Golovkin, I have no problem with it because he's going for legacy. So when it comes to Benavidez, Charlo, Andrade, there are plenty of money fights out there for them to take. But they're looking for the Powerball of boxing, which is Canelo Alvarez. And I said at the beginning, I love the Benavidez fight, but he has nothing to offer, and he has a crappy resume. And from the wise words of IBFP, greatness has no color. Canelo hasn't signed anything yet, but it doesn't make sense to me to say he's ducking Benavidez to fight Bivol, who's a light heavyweight champion. And Benavidez has nothing. And I know it's $100 million on the table, but $85 million is not bad. Plus, you get a light heavyweight title if he signs. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Jay Beasy, I'm gone.